have to declare. Absolutely.
So now, there are people though that come to South Africa legally, because I understand you say you are dealing with illegal immigrants, and you did mention though that there is another problem where purpose of being in the country or permits to be in the country is being sold, it's being purchased, so you can easily access those. So for those that maybe come to the country and apply for asylum because they are running away from their countries where there are wars, there are so many different ways in which you know they are running. What do you say about those? I mean, those immigrants that are coming here for safety?
Number one, there's no war in these countries. These are economic migrants, and it should be illegal for people to leave their country just because of economic situations, as if we don't have an economic situation in this country. Since '94, how many South Africans are having a better life? People cannot be coming here looking for a better life when yet South Africans haven't really had a better life. Just because we have a few number of black South Africans benefiting from BEE, it doesn't balance the equation. We are far from that. It doesn't embellish scratches the surface. So we have to be fair. Why is Africa not sharing this burden? Why should South Africa carry the burden alone? Why are we not building safe havens for these people if there's wars in their countries?
There's been a very strong notion on this, that South Africa was assisted by so many countries to gain the freedom, which is what we're probably still paying for until today, so that we can open our borders for everybody to come in, because they also opened their borders for us to come in during the time that we needed them. So what do you have to say about that?
Number one, parasites will say that. And look, I'll be frank. Africa has 54 countries. Out of those 54, 3 countries hosted South Africans during the armed struggle. It was not the entire of Africa. It was 3 countries. And our people were placed in camps. It wasn't free for all. It was based on conditions and restrictions for South Africans to go to those countries. They were not being employed over there. It was strict. And there is no one from Lotuli House will argue with me, because I know the facts. They are being very, very duplicitous. As far as I know, there's so much dishonesty happening. Politicians are not real. They lie all the time. Hence, I am not a politician. I am a nationalist and a protectionist. Yes.
Well, what is a protectionist? Sorry to just divert you in there, but please, you can continue to finish to answer that question, and then you can actually describe yourself to us and let us get to understand what you mean by being a nationalist.
A nationalist meaning we work from the premise of national interest, national pride, and national identity.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we shouldn't trade with the world. We can trade with the world, but it should be based on strategic partnerships. We cannot just trade with any country.
Yes.
Why should we trade with a country where they don't even have a hospital? You know, they can't even produce a water pump. What are we going to benefit from them? We need to be working with countries that actually there are both mutual agreements where there are good benefits. We cannot trade with countries whereby we don't actually get what we get from them is just people. We have our own people. Take care of your own, we take care of ours. We can have exchanges there and there, but it should end at that. And then protectionist is to protect each and everything that's South African.
So how do we root out illegal immigrants? Let's say now you are becoming a president, South Africans vote for you. Now you need to go ahead and start, you know, rooting out and removing illegal immigrants. How are you going to get them? Because they do deport them from time to time and send them to Lindela. What is your strategy? Let's find out. What's your strategy right now? Get into space, being voted as the president of South Africa, and now you have to take decisions that now foreigners that are illegal in this country need to go, and how do you also ensure that those that have got permits to be in the country legitimately got those permits?
Look, each and every document,
you know, without all these xenophobic attacks, because at the end of the day, we don't want to come out as, you know, violent people. We've had a lot of, you know, history where foreign nationals were actually banned, you know, especially in townships and all.
Yes.
So what is your take on that, and how, like Sisanda is asking, how would you stop that?
Okay.
You know?
Can I start with, to give a response that I'm going to come to you, because I think we have to start with this. When Thabo Mbeki was president, we had issues. Nothing happened. It didn't just happen out of the blue. Many, many terrible things were happening to our people. Hence, South African First was born to say, there's no political voice, things need to be done systematically.
Yes.
The reason why we were founded, it was for the very same reasons being against violence, you know. But if there's no stance or anything, people will do whatever they feel is right,
Yes.
you know. But anyway, to answer your question, countries need to comply. We will shut down embassies of any country that has its citizens running amok in our country. We need to be tough as a country. Africa is holding us at ransom. China is holding us at ransom. It is crazy what's happening. We need tough leaders, strategic, you know, negotiators, good negotiators. We don't even have that, but we have them, not in politics, but in business, we do have them. So we need tough negotiators for South Africa to move forward.
Yeah.
You tell countries, take care of your people. We are shutting down embassies. We have to review diplomatic relations, bilateral ties, trade relations, and so forth. That's how it works.
Yeah.
The Defense Act is very clear. Section 12, subsection A and B. Soldiers need to be deployed at all times. It's not even happening. And yet we have presidents and ministers who take an oath to serve this country.